Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
All right, we on.
We on.
What's up, y'all? We good? We live? Yo, make sure if we coming in clear, we gotta make sure we good
Yeah,
before we get started. Cause
make sure y'all smash that like button when y'all get up in here.
sound be acting crazy on there. So I want to make sure we good on audio before we get started. Let us know if we good. Make sure we good on audio. Oh, let me turn my background down. All right, we good? We sound good? Yo, man, make sure y'all like this video before we get started, man. And upon y'all coming up in here, man, smash the like button.
Video.
We're gonna get into this Ghislaine Maxwell, man. She met with the DOJ, Department of Justice, not the Department of JAG. So yeah, we're gonna get into this, man. She carrying some boxes back into the prison. And I'm like, whoa, is that the Epstein's file? She about to drop these names? She about to drop these names? Ghislaine about to strike a deal and get out? I think she about to strike a deal and get up out of there if she can make it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She ain't gonna get up out, bro. You think they gonna let her up out of there, bro?
Yeah,
and what's she gonna do when she get out of there? Think about it. What's she gonna do if she get out of there?
She gonna have to run for it. That
don't even make sense if they let her out of there. If they let her out of there, first of all, it's a death wish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'd be in danger.
So he got there's them names on there. Yo, why Trump trying to suppress this joint as much as possible, man? Because they said his name. They said his name was on there. They said his name was on there. I believe it. I believe it too.
Yeah, I believe his name is on there.
Me too. I believe that.
He was saying questionable things that geared towards he liking young girls all throughout his career.
Right.
When it was cool to say it on national TV.
Yeah.
Because at one point, all this shit was cool. At one point, nobody said anything.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, people were had the pedo vibes all throughout television, all the way up into the Me Too movement.
They damn sure did.
Yeah, and we used to sit there and watch these celebrities and all them talk like that, and nobody thought nothing about it.
They damn sure didn't. Ain't think nothing about it.
Nope.
Nothing at all.
We was brought an awareness of it.
Facts.
What we witnessing here? What is our eyes witnessing here, y'all? A prison. Yo, there's no volume if you was looking for volume. Somebody said Donnie the Connie. Donnie the Connie. Going to do her like he did Epstein. Donnie the Connie. Oh man.
Yo, can y'all still hear me? Can y'all hear? I think my shit went out. Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can? Yeah, my shit went out. It jumped out. Yup. All right, y'all. Damn.
So they just got her out here unhandcuffed and walking around, just carrying files.
Yeah, just carrying files and shit.
Bro,
Yeah.
this shit. I don't know
So I'm
about
trying to.
this.
All right, yeah, I'm trying to get to the article.
I don't know about this,
my
bro.
shit out real quick.
I don't know about that.
Yo, Ghislaine leaves DOJ interview with a mystery box. Let me see.
So she's supposed to be like locked up, and they just got her outside carrying files, not handcuffed, nothing. Come on, man.
Nothing.
Why
Right,
it look like she's not even like she's not even locked up, bro? Why does it look like she's a part of their team?
All right, we're trying to get into this.
I don't know.
All right,
about
here we go.
This is video of Maxwell returning to prison just moments after meeting with Trump's deputy attorney general. And you can see her there. Actually, if you look closely, she's carrying a box of material. Now, Maxwell's attorney says she was forthcoming with every question that Trump's team threw at her today.
Ms. Maxwell answered every single question. She never stopped. She never invoked a privilege. She never declined to answer. She answered all the questions truthfully, honestly, and to the best of her ability.
And just moments ago, Maxwell's attorney issued a statement out front. All right, so let me read this to you because he went on to say, and I quote from the statement that he gave us here on the show, "There were no topics off limits. This is the first time anyone from the government has had the courage to sit down with her and ask her questions. So we are grateful to the Deputy Attorney General for doing so. I have no other comment at this time."
So they're gonna be like, all right, Trump, what Trump gonna do? Am I on that? What are you gonna ask? Is Trump on that list? Am I on that list? What was the point of that? What was the point of that shit? Or he's just trying to use that list against other people. What is it? Is they warring or not? What are they doing? Is he using the list against other people that he's trying to take out?
What are they distracting us from?
Exactly. You know what they're distracting us from.
Because this none of this is not even making any sense.
It's not making no sense, bro.
Mm-mm.
Shit's not adding up. It's not. Yeah, it's not adding up. Yeah, this shit is not adding up.
It's either like a bunch of people just doing random shit, don't even know what's going on, and they just making a whole bunch of random people just making decisions, and everybody's all over the place, or are they really trying to distract us from something?
Nah, it's a distraction.
Because
it's not all over the place.
Confused.
Yeah, it's not all over the place. It's a distraction because how they moving behind the scenes is organized. That should be organized. So when it rolls out to us, it's a bunch of confusion because they want to keep us distracted with the narrative. Let's let's push this out there. People, the public is curious about the Epstein list. Let's just push this out there. Let's go ahead. What I say earlier, bro? Didn't I tell you they was gonna roll Ghislaine out? Did I say that or not? A few back when this shit started, I said watch they roll Ghislaine out. Remember, because she wasn't nowhere when this shit was being rolled out about the Epstein files. No one was mentioning Ghislaine. That shit was like, you know what I mean? What I tell you on the live stream, I said watch they roll. I said the next step is going to roll Ghislaine out, and they did. They did exactly what I said they was going to do. They was going to roll Ghislaine ass out.
Crazy about it, the next day after they stopped talking about Diddy, they rolled Epstein shit back.
They rolled Epstein right out, bro.
Right, the next day.
Very next day. See, people ain't biting the MLK files and shit like that. Like, they released the MLK files, but nobody's talking about that. Nobody's really talking about the Martin Luther King files. People on this Epstein shit. You know what I'm saying? So they tried to roll the JFK files out. That shit ain't really get that big in the media. The MLK shit they rolled out, people ain't really bite that. People was more so on the Epstein shit because it was tying Trump to it. It was tying all these other politicians and high level people to it. So people was more engaged in that. So now, and then they was trying to tie the Epstein shit to Diddy. So that whole thing was just to push that narrative, basically to go into the next phase, which is the Epstein shit. So now people speculating like, all right, Trump on the list. They bring rolling Clinton out now. They throwing Obama in there with little shit here and there. It's like all this shit, bro, involving this Epstein situation. So what is it? Right? What is they distracting us from, bro? What are they distracting us from?
Yeah,
Look,
what
they act-
anybody going and nobody's going to do anything about it though.
Nah. But the thing about it is, it's a war. It's a war going on that we're not privy to. That's going on behind the scenes.
That.
See, so that's the war. That's the war that's taking place within higher places between them. So they're using these things right here to basically, go at each other. That's why this Epstein shit is coming out to play, because it's like they gonna use it against each other. Like, all right, well, who's on the list? They saying Trump on the list. They saying this person and that person is on the list. They trying to find out basically who they going, because they gonna start rolling out people from that shit anyway. Like the people they gonna start throwing to the media, throwing to the wolves it's gonna be people that that they threw out there to sacrifice, to be the face, to take the fall, just like they did with Epstein. Like Epstein and Ghislaine took the fall for some criminal activities that's still happening now. Like that, you think the organization stopped when they locked up Maxwell and fucking Epstein, and Epstein dead? You think all that shit they was doing just stopped with them? Nah, it ain't stopped. The operation continues.
The fact that they got mentioned on the news and they got locked up for it goes to show you it was a war at the top.
Right.
Because we know what the war at the top is about. We told y'all it's about the banking system that's changing. You got some people at the top that don't want this digital crypto system, and you got some people at the top that want it. And I'm telling you right now, all the ones who do all the crooked, dirty stuff at the top, who that's their job to do crooked and dirty stuff, they don't want this digital system because it could track everything that they're doing.
Right.
And they want this shit to run the way it used to run, because they can hide all their dirty deeds, but it's going to be harder to do that with this crypto system, with the digital currency system.
Yeah, you can actually see who's moving money around.
Yep, you can see where it's going to.
Yeah, you can see where it's going in the amount that's being moved around.
So who don't want this system? People like that's in the Ukraine, that's running shit over there. People in Israel that's run, because that's what. Just think about all the billions and trillions of dollars they send to those countries, and with no oversight, and we don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then think about how all that can be tracked once it's on a blockchain, and it is in the form of digital currencies of a stable coin or a CBDC. So you got some at the top that's not effing with this digital system, but they want to go to that system because they want to enslave the masses. And they figure, hey, who cares if the masses know about our dirt? Who cares? We about time we put that digital system in place, they all gonna be enslaved to us anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you got the other faction like, no, we don't. That can actually crash the system, and we could lose control if they end up having seeing where all the money go, because the blockchain is public. You can pretty much, people who got any type of basic knowledge of the blockchain could go in there and see where money is going.
Exactly.
So they don't want us. So you gotta think about it. Epstein and all them would have never been in the media if there wasn't a war at the top, because those people like Epstein, they put in place to keep the politicians and the celebrities and all them, to keep them in check. Always have dirt on them. So just in case if they wanted to go out there and act on their own and expose stuff with their influence, they could release stuff that Epstein got on them.
Exactly.
So why would they let somebody like Epstein fall down if there wasn't a war at the top? Because you gotta think the people who's supposed to be stopping people like Epstein, they're involved in Epstein. They was involved in it too.
Mm-hmm.
The people who actually supposed to be doing something about this global trafficking and all that, a lot of their names is on the client list. So why would they let that client list even get out? How the hell did Epstein name and Maxwell and all them, how did their name even get out in the first place? Those people, you never see their name in the media, ever.
Yeah, and the thing is, being as though they was talked about in the early 2000s and stuff like that, but it wasn't to the effect of trafficking and none of that shit yet. Like they wasn't. So I believe they was there to take the fall, bro. I believe they was there to take the fall for the rest of for the organization, basically just to throw people off. But they don't understand that people are curious about that list. The public people definitely want to know what's going on. Like who's trafficking the children on that list? Like who's trafficking? Well, who's the clients that's making these transactions and messing with these children? Because we can't have these people running our government. Nah, not any longer. Not any longer. Because these people been in power, bro. They've been in power for decades.
I have a feeling that majority of the people who's running shit is on those client lists.
Right.
Because that's how they keep their power structure in place.
Yeah.
Just in case if one of them, go against the grain and go against the script and try to release something to the public, they be like, well, look what we got on you. They always want to have something on you.
Facts.
And that was Epstein and Maxwell's job. That was their job. To basically get dirt on powerful people so the organization could keep those people in check.
Crazy.
You should focus on Clinton. You should focus on the president of Harvard, the former president of Harvard. You should focus on some of the hedge fund guys. I'll give you a list. These guys lived with Jeffrey Epstein. I sure as hell didn't.
So he's yelling out basically people that's from the Democratic side. So that's what they're trying to confuse us with. They trying to throw this Democrat Republican shit out there.
They trying to make it political.
Yeah, they trying to make it political so the people can fight amongst each other.
Yeah. When both sides, there's Democrats and Republicans on that goddamn client list.
That's crazy to me. Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's what people have to understand, and that's what they got the celebrities doing that. They got the celebrities making it political.
Facts.
You see, they always use these low-level celebrities because they are low-level compared to some of the clients on that list. Because you got monarchs on that list, you got world leaders on that list. So the celebrities are even less than them. They easily feed the public a celebrity, but they love using the celebrities to influence the people directly. Because if you go to a lot of the big celebrity pages, you'll see them talking about the Epstein stuff, and they talking about, it's the Republicans and Trump, and then you'll have the Republicans saying that it's the Democrats, and they got each celebrity representing each political party. You see how they do that shit? Just so they fans can argue amongst each other and say, no, it's your political leader that's on that list. No, your political leader. Look, we got pictures with your political leader on that list. Oh, we got pictures with your political leader too, with Epstein and all them on that. Like, he took pictures with all them other efforts because he was doing business with all of them. He had pictures with Clinton and all them, and he had pictures with Trump.
Yeah.
So the shit don't matter.
The
political stuff don't matter. A lot of these world leaders and these politicians and execs and all them are on that list.
Jeez. But they trying to make it a political war.
So we can argue amongst each other.
Yeah, and that's not even the case. That's not even the case. Those people on that list are the very same people that run these operations on a daily. A lot of CEOs, A lot of politicians that's
Facts.
you know, that make very important decisions is on that list. So if they was ever to get outed, then they might get outed. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you have an organization like this, then what you think gonna happen to the people that get outed? They either gonna go to jail or they gonna get killed. There's gonna be some type of freak accident. They're gonna die by some type of freak accident, or they gonna end up like Ghislaine and possibly you know, Epstein, go to jail and then get, you know, killed inside of jail. But then again, it's too high profile as well to knock off certain people anyway. So that'll draw more attention. So you know, they gotta make that shit look, you know how they do it. Gotta make it look like a freak accident and shit. Oh, this person died mysteriously in a plane crash, or this helicopter fell out the sky, or he drowned by the seashore. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
And all this is going on while they changing the money system behind the scenes.
Yep.
They got us distracted with this stuff while they changing the whole entire money system.
That could be the only war is grab for the new financial system, power grab. That can only be the war. You know what I mean? Like, everything involving war is either surrounded around territory and like new systems that's coming into play. It's a power grab. Like you said, it's either people that wants to keep stealing, keep the system that's in place now to keep stealing, but then you got the tech, you got the new tech people that want to push forward with the new digital system. So if you ever watch a show called American Gods, I think it's still on Stars. It might be still on Stars. Watch that TV series called American Gods, and that explained to you right there. When it was the old guys versus the new guys. The new guys was the new tech gods, and the old gods was like the Greek gods, like, you know what I mean, Zeus and all. You know what I mean? It was and that basically was the premise of what we seeing now is the technocrats versus the bureaucrats. It's people that still want to keep this system in place because they, you know, that's how they be able to steal. They can keep stealing. They can keep stealing that money, boy. They can keep sending money to their friends over there in Israel. They love sending that money over there, though.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they said Epstein worked for.
Yeah.
They said Epstein was Mossad. They said Epstein was, you know what I mean? They said that's who he worked for.
So if he's bribing a bunch of politicians in America for them, then it's like they got the upper hand on, you know, things that's being, you know, decisions that's being made. Because if you sending a bunch of Epsteins in the field to get dirt on a bunch of these politicians over here, then you can manipulate them. You can manipulate them, and you can keep bribing them. So why I feel like Israel's bribing America? Because they got dirt on a lot of these people, and these higher up people. Why I got that feeling?
That's why they sending all that bread. You can tell the ones who they bribing. The ones who sending millions and millions of dollars over there every other week.
Right. Like, why I feel like it's a bribe on them.
Both Biden and Trump was sending money over there. And Obama, all the presidents before them was sending all that money over there to Israel, knowing damn well, you know, Epstein was getting dirt on them niggas. Because Epstein worked for Mossad, who is part of Israel.
All right, so breaking news.
That's why they sending all that. That's why they were sending all that money over there.
All right, we got some breaking news here, and I think we on to something because this right here is going to back up what we saying right here. Because I'm sitting back, I'm like, all right, why is America sending them all this money?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm thinking like, all right, why is Epstein like? Oh, you start connecting the dots, and you be like, okay. A lot of these people that's making important decisions over here in America is in them files.
Mm-hmm.
So Israel is bribing these Americans and probably some other countries, bro. It's probably some other people.
They bribing a bunch of. They did the same thing to Idi Amin in Uganda, to the point where Idi Amin was saying Israel's the devil because they was bribing him too. So this is a global operation. This ain't just them bribing America, but America is the key point. Bribing these because these politicians, you know, they bored and they got a whole bunch of money and they want entertainment. and Epstein was providing the entertainment, but these politicians didn't realize they was on candy camera.
So Ghislaine basically, that she met with the DOJ to basically, so this is breaking from the New York Post. Ghislaine Maxwell gave the DOJ info about 100 people linked to Jeffrey Epstein. There's a war going on, bro.
Oh, it's definitely a war going
That's
on at
war
the time.
shit going on.
It is about the financial system.
Right.
It's always about money. It's always about money. It's the financial system that they warring over, because they switch it to this whole digital thing. That's why in America they put Trump put the Genius Act in, where they gonna make stable coins basically be issued by the banks, and Congress is backing it. So that goes to show you right there, they changing the money system, and that's huge. That's huge. And you realize most people are not paying attention to that. They paying attention to this Epstein shit. They paying attention to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? They paying attention to all that, while they in the background literally changing the whole entire money system. While they collapsing everything. Y'all realize all these corporations, small businesses, they just getting them out of the way completely. They collapsing how everything works, because they about to replace everything with automation and artificial intelligence and digital currencies.
All right.
The whole thing where they made a big deal out of the raising the pay, you know, in certain areas. See, what that did was it ended up, a lot of businesses ended up tanking in places like California, where they ended up raising the base pay.
Yeah.
They raised the base pay to like $20 an hour or more. And that actually tanked a lot of jobs. But what they're doing, what the corporations are doing, they replacing all those employees that they lost. They replacing them with automated systems. Even restaurants.
Even restaurants.
More kiosk systems and more of that, to where you're not going to be even interacting with humans anymore. So once they get everybody on a digital system and everything is kiosk and digital, they can definitely turn people away. Because your digital currency won't work when you try to get basic things. See, that's the system that they want in place. Some of them at the top don't want that type of system. They still want the old. They think the old system is still, you know what I mean? Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We able to steal money and do whatever we want, without anybody seeing anything. We move to digital. You know what I'm saying? Then the people's going to be able to track the money. They're going to be able to see the money trail better if it's all digital, because everything. So you got some at the top that want the new system. Like you said, it's a war. Some at the top that want the new system, the digital system, because they think a cashless society, it ain't going to matter if people track the money or not, because we all going to be enslaved to this digital automated shit anyway. And then you got the other half like, well, it could collapse everything. We could lose control because people might stand up to this automated system because it's going to be so unfair. And in the system we got in place now, we able to keep our power and still hide what we do. So that's the war that's going. That's why niggas like Epstein and them is being exposed right now, is because the people at the top are warned. Because if the people at the top wasn't warned and everybody was in a sector doing their own thing and everybody was in agreement, you would never hear about the shit that Epstein was doing for Mossad. You would have never heard about Maxwell and all. The only time we heard about them was when VH1 did a special on Epstein saying how much of a great guy he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only type of light that they brought towards Epstein. And when the media praise someone, you know they doing the most dirt behind the scenes.
Hell yeah. So now I'm peeping the play here. Now I'm sitting back and I'm like connecting the dots, right? So Ghislaine meets with the DOJ, basically based off of Trump, right? So she gave 100 names, right? So I'm believing that the files that she's in that box that she's taking in there, because she don't really have time, you know what I mean, enough time to really go over everything. You see what I'm saying? So I believe that they gave her the files to actually start presenting, because she's trying to get out of jail. This is a play, because I just seen that the news people asked her, are you going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? He says, I have the power to. He said, I can get her out anytime. Like, he has the power to pardon her. But he needs a favor from her. He needs to know who's on, because he's making a play. He's about to go after some people to get them out the way. And I believe those people that's in the way is the people that's in the way of this new financial system. He's about to clear these niggas out, bro. That's the play he's making.
He already started.
Yeah, Trump want to move forward with the new system. So he's making a play against the people that's in the old, that's on that list, that's basically stopping the new system from happening. So he's making a play. He's basically using Ghislaine to go after those 100 and something people to get them niggas out the way, bro. That's the play he's making right now. And he is going to partner. She's definitely going to give up those names and get out. Now, is he going to protect her? Is she going to want his protection? Is she going to want his protection? Is she going to move to some, disclosed place where she's going to be off the grid?
That's not going to work.
I mean, or do she just want to get up out of there? I don't even. I think she
Where's she gonna go?
I don't think she's thinking. I think she's thinking more so of I'll take my chances out there than of being here.
She's disposable.
Because if she give up the name, no. The thing about it, she's easily accessed being in there, giving up those names. She's easily. Yeah, I mean, it's easy access to her being in there.
So she rather easy access to her anywhere.
Yeah, but she gonna rather take a chance
in there.
Yeah, but she got more room to move around out here. Even if she have to run, she got enough room to move around. So she'd take her chances. I don't really think she give a shit anyway.
She gonna do that,
bro? I'm gonna be honest with you.
That in this
I don't think she's scared though. I don't think she give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. She just want to get out of jail. I don't think she give a fuck about people coming.
She ain't got nothing to lose. That's
why. She ain't got shit to lose. Yeah.
And when she get out of jail, where's she gonna go? How she even gonna make a living? Nobody ain't gonna want to deal with her after they do Africa.
Hey, ain't nobody gonna deal with her, but you know what I'm saying. But
unless she got some money, buried somewhere.
You know how that shit goes. She'll be taken care of with somebody.
Bro, she's disposable.
I mean, but I don't. Like I said, she don't give a shit about being taken out. I don't even think she care about that.
What, about being disposable?
Yeah, I don't really think she care about that. I don't even think she's scared. Yeah, she ain't scared of that shit. She just want to get out of there. It's a hell being sitting in the cell. You know what I'm saying? She want to get out of there. So my thing is, this whole DOJ, her meeting with the DOJ is Trump's play on those 100 and something people that's in the way of this new financial system that need to get up out the way. Because there's definitely a blockage on this shit. And it's reflecting on the market as well.
Let me get them some history. See, they've done this before. Now, the rumor is when the Titanic sank, it was a lot of big business people on there, particularly in the banking system. It was during the same time they wanted to get the Federal Reserve banking in there and get rid of the gold standard. See, and they ended up sinking the Titanic with some of those billionaires on the ship. And that was really a hit job. Because some of them financiers and some of them banking individuals, they wasn't going along with the Federal Reserve System. They wanted things that ran the old way.
Facts. That's
so
true.
They have those types of wars all the time, and it's usually over the financial system. Every time and even now you hear about billionaires being knocked off.
Yeah.
Remember they tried to redo the Titanic excursion type of thing, and those billionaires that recently died trying to revisit the Titanic. And it was some billionaires on the ship that died just a couple years ago.
Federal Reserve Act, Genius Act. Federal Reserve Act.
Reserve Act.
You had all the big banking people from the Morgans, the Rothschilds, the Rockefeller. They all met at the Jekyll Island, right?
Yeah, and all of them were on the Titanic. All of them were on the Titanic, and they all got off at the last minute, except for the Astor family head, the banker, the Astor family banker, and a couple of other bankers who wasn't agreeing with the Federal Reserve. They didn't get the heads up to get off the Titanic, and they died on the Titanic.
Genius Act, Federal Act, same exact.
So we gotta repeat. So there's a repeat in history that's going on right now. Some of these motherfuckers want that new digital system, and some don't. And niggas like Trump is just working for the highest bidder.
Right. Fact.
Trump will go with either way. This is whoever's winning the war.
That's why Elon was in there.
Go with.
Right. That's why Elon was. That's why they,
like whoever's winning the war is who. See, Trump is an opportunist.
He sacrificed it
Trump
out
is
of
an
Elon,
opportunist. They
though.
put him in there to keep the people at bay at the same time. Let me make this clear: to keep the people at bay who will actually do something. Because you just think about it, the real patriots in America are the people that voted for Trump. Those are the gun-toting Americans that'll go to war for that flag. Think about that. They the ones that he's basically keeping the ones in check who form the militias and all that, the good old boys and all motherfuckers that are actually, that got the artillery that'll go to war with this government. So they need somebody like Trump to keep those people at bay while they basically transition this system. And Trump is just an actor. He's an actor. They put him in there to keep those people at bay, keep the other side mad, the Democratic side, which is mainly made up of majority of liberal thinking people, LGBT, and black people. So it's all right that they hate Trump because they ain't gonna do nothing anyway. They ain't gonna go out there with the guns blazing.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? But the people who Trump got under control, they the ones that'll go out there with the guns blazing for this country. Yeah, let's just be real. The good old boys will be out there. The first ones with their militia groups to be out there with the guns blazing.
Yeah, that's true.
So they put him in there to keep them in place. So it's an equal balance. See, they use whatever political party they need at the time to move their agenda forward. That's what we trying to tell y'all. That's why we telling y'all that voting stuff don't mean shit. You always voting for them. You always voting for the oligarchs that's really running all this shit. At the end of the day, they only put people in office when they trying to get a certain agenda through. And the perfect person to put in office to change when they changing the whole banking system and how we operate money and all that and how we pay for things, Trump would be the perfect candidate.
Yeah.
He's not particularly a politician, but he's a businessman. He understands construction. He understands zoning. He understands banking. He understands all that shit because he's a businessman.
He dealt with that
shit. That's his specialty, and he's a good actor.
Yeah, he definitely. Let me throw this in there as a side note, bro, because I peep. What happened between him and Elon was the business deal going wrong. Trump burnt that nigga for $200 million. He burnt him. Yeah. Trump burnt him. First of all, we got to think about this. Trump is a New Yorker. He's from Queens. He got the organization. He got the mobster type mindset. He promised Elon. He promised Elon some things, right? He said, "Give me a few $100 million. I promise." But Trump went back to him and told him, "Listen, I couldn't make it happen.
Right.
Listen, I mean, they told me I couldn't do this and do that. I couldn't make it happen for you." And he just kept Elon money. Elon went the fuck off and said, "Yo, Trump's on that Epstein list."
Facts.
He burnt Elon, bro. We from the streets. We know that shit. We know that. We know that was a business deal going wrong. He burnt Elon. But the thing about it, that's why he let the Tesla on the front of the White House lawn. He did the ad. The advertising. Yeah, it was. But he burnt him for that $200 million.
Donnie Connie. Somebody called him Donnie Connie. He's a con.
The ad, bro. That ad they did in front of the White House ain't worth $200 million. So it was more. And then he let him come up in there.
Great.
With the child, with the kid. They did that whole acting up there at the White House with Elon making a speech about the Doge and with the kid on the neck and the kid up there telling Trump to shut the F up and all that. That shit was all a script and a play. Trump was just burnt. Trump was setting him up to burn him.
I said that from the beginning.
Yeah, Trump was gonna burn him. Trump was gonna burn Elon for that $200 million.
I said that from the beginning.
Because Trump looking at him like, you from South Africa. You ain't even from America. They gotta burn the shit out you. And he tried to do the same, man. Bro, he tried to do the same thing with TikTok. He said, "Yo, y'all gotta make that decision. Because if y'all don't make that decision, y'all even gonna give us half of that TikTok or get the hell up out of this country." That's what he told, bro. He on some mobster shit. That's his whole, because that's the mindset he's on. He's been on that type of mindset. He's a New Yorker from Queens. You think he ain't on that mindset?
He's a con man, bro.
Right. Like, he's a organized crime mindset type nigga. Yeah, he's a con man too.
Nah, he's a con man.
But all that shit is part of organized crime anyway.
Yeah,
but his mindset is like, he told TikTok, "Look, you gotta give us half of that. Y'all gotta go." basically it's like making you an offer. You can't like listen. You even going give us half of this company, and or y'all gotta leave. Y'all gotta leave. We don't want y'all here. You know what I'm saying? His mindset was on that type of mindset. So when I seen Elon going off on TikTok, and he was saying Trump was on the Epstein list and all that, I'm like, where is this coming from? Why? And I'm thinking like, oh, this shit is scripted. It gotta be scripted, like. And then it dawned on me. I said, hold on. Trump promised this nigga a bunch of shit that he wasn't going to make happen anyway, so he just burnt them on a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
And he used that couple $100 million to get his meme coins and shit off the ground. He burnt you, Elon. You got burnt, bro. He burnt you. Sorry. But you shouldn't have tried to make a play. You tried to you know what I mean? You tried to make a play by using Trump, and he played you at the end.
That's why Ye said the same thing. Ye got played by Trump too. Everybody get played by Trump because Trump's an opportunist, and America is definitely being played by Trump. I don't know all these motherfuckers that thought that Trump was the man. I knew he wasn't. I'm like, Trump is an opportunist. He gonna do what's good for him. He don't give a fuck about this country like people think.
This the channel right here where you going. This the channel right here that's gonna give you the absolute truth. All that left and right shit.
That don't mean nothing.
We ain't on that over here. We know what's really be going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because Kamala would have did no better. Kamala would have effed this country up even more.
Yeah, first of all, because being as though that she was already being used anyway. That's how she got in a position. First of all, she from the whole, from California with the whole, was she a prosecutor and shit? She was a prosecutor, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she went from a prosecutor and then moved up the ranks to becoming a vice president.
Oh, and that's being a game, bro.
Right, and being a woman of well, she's still a woman of color. I don't know, people like to debate whether she black. Who gives a shit about that? But for the simple fact is, they knew they can use her. They can use her ass.
And that's what they did.
You know what I'm saying?
They used her. They made sure they put a weak opponent up against Trump. They wanted to do that because they wanted Trump to get in office because they want him to be there for the transition to this whole digital system and smart cities. Who would build smart cities better than Trump?
Yeah, right.
Think about it. True. Think about who they put there.
Right.
He's a good con man. He know how to talk.
He builds infrastructure.
He knows how to say exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah. And he know how to build infrastructure. I mean,
he know how to build infrastructure.
He got towers all over the goddamn. He got, you know what I mean? So the thing about it is, Trump going to use his contractors and his people to put in place to build them smart cities. And then again, Kamala really ain't that diplomatic. So she ain't going to them countries talking to people that she need to go. They ain't going to deal with her. Trump is more diplomatic than she is on a world scale. You know what I'm saying? He's more diplomatic. So they're going to use him. You know what I mean, to go talk to other world leaders and shit like that. She's not diplomatic.
And he already had relationships with most of the world leaders.
Facts. It was all a play. It was all set up.
It was all a play, y'all. That's what we trying to tell y'all.
These people playing 20, 30 years
ahead. Talking about they beloved Trump, and people who's mad that we talk about y'all beloved Kamala. Man, F all of that. You being played by both sides.
Facts.
People talking about they exercise the vote. You are this is two options you got. You can either vote for a murderer or a rapist.
Facts.
And who do you vote for? That's where we at. It ain't no lesser evils anymore. You got a murderer and a rapist. Who do you vote for out of the two? That's what it's boiled down to. Like, just talk about exercise the right to vote. What the fuck? No, you live your life the way you feel like you want to live your life and throw politics in the trash. Because all that is just a bunch of programming.
I'm going to play this.
You ain't voting for no lesser evil no more. That shit don't exist. I hate that lesser evil talk.
Real quick, hold on, real quick.
No value. It ain't no value. We gotta
you know why? All right, I gotta redo it again. All right, here we go.
You can tell he fake. His hair fake. His skin is fake. Everything fake about Trump. I don't know how people got gamed up by Trump in the first place. People should have already knew.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday. I don't even know what they're talking about. Now, somebody could have written a letter and used my name, but that's happened a lot. All you have to do is take a look at the dossier, the fake dossier. Everything's fake with that administration. Everything's fake with the Democrats. Take a look at what they just found about the dossier. Everything is fake. They're a bunch of sick people. Where did you see the people laying outside?
Right across the street from Lafayette Park, sir.
We'll take care of it. Or they should focus on the fact that Larry Summers from Harvard, that Bill Clinton, who you know very well, and lots of other friends, really close friends of Jeffrey Summers, should be spoken about. Because, Jeffrey Epstein should be spoken about. And they should speak about them because they don't talk about them. They talk about me. I have nothing to do with the guy.
Did not write a letter for Jeffrey Epstein's birthday.
Out here, you had everything to do with Epstein. You and the former administration. Hunter Biden and all them.
He said everything's fake. He's telling you everything's fake, even including the shit, including him being that goddamn White House. You gotta read between the lines. He said everything's fake. This shit is about business. This shit about business at the end of the day. It's a game. It's a game when it comes to us, but it's a game with them. But it's about business because they would click up. You know what I mean, to go against the people before. You know what I'm saying? Even before they look out for the people, they would stick together. You know what I mean?
You know how I know they were all on the same side, the Biden administration and the Trump administration? Yeah. Because they all sent big lump sums of money to Israel. That's how you know they on the same side.
Facts.
And then who did Epstein work for? The Mossad. What did they do? Get dirt on all these politicians. Democrats and Republicans, they got dirt on. All the mother effers is on that list. That's why they not going to never release it to the public. Even if they did, they only going to release the names that they trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, that they're getting out the way. So Trump making a play, like I told you earlier in the stream, Trump, because I had to sit back and ask, like, why they want Ghislaine in there so bad? But then when I seen her walking into the jail with the goddamn files in her head, I said, "Oh shit!"
Exactly.
Ain't enough time for the meet. Ain't enough time in the meeting for her to sit there and go through all them names. So what she's going to do? She's going to take the shit back to her cell. She got to be careful too, because
she didn't even look like a prisoner. She looked like she
right. No, it's probably she comfortable in there because she took the fall. So they're gonna make sure she good. So. But that's neither here or there. She took those files back in there. She's gonna go over every last one of those names and write down. So that's a whole nother new set of files that's happening here. So you gotta realize
they made sure to show us that she had files in her hand.
Yeah.
You know how fake that is? She's supposed to be a prisoner being transported, right? Prisoners are usually transported in handcuffs, shackles and handcuffs. Especially in the type prison that she's in.
She ain't gonna run nowhere, but.
Nah, but they don't give a fuck if you're gonna run anywhere or not. When you're a prisoner, they transport you in fucking shackles. But they made sure to get her on the news with the files in her hand. That goes to show you the shit is fake. We gotta start reading this fake ass energy out here.
All right, so
They
so what she gonna do?
With the fucking files in her hand, bro, and she's a prisoner.
Nah. What she gonna do is she's gonna go back. She's gonna take the files back. With the names on there, she's going to go over every last bit of the names, and she's going to go over what was her, what they was into, what they did, what transactions was transpired, what they was into. She's going because she don't have enough time to sit there and interview about all those names. It's like over 100
this
people.
Shit scripted as hell, bro.
What I tell you? Then I tell you, I said they're gonna roll Ghislaine out. They're gonna roll her out because. She's still tied into the files. They're going to roll Ghislaine out. Ghislaine's going to testify against some people that they need to get out the way. And Ghislaine's probably going to get a pardon because of that.
She's in a high max security prison, bro. Right. When they transport these prisoners, no, I don't give a fuck where they going. They transport them in shackles, and they wouldn't have the prisoner carrying the fucking files, bro.
Yeah, well.
They made sure they captured that for the news, so
but
we can see it.
You gotta understand.
That's how you can tell this shit is scripted and fake.
Nah, but you gotta understand something. She's doing a favor for Trump. He has the power to make anything move, including shit that goes on in that maximum prison. He's doing. She's there to do him a favor, so she can get pardoned. So, it's whatever Trump say goes is going to go, because he's in the high chair right now. So whatever he says is going to go. That's why he said I have the power to actually pardon her if I want. You know what I'm saying? He has the power to partner. So, but he's not going to partner with her knowing some information that she can give that he can use against the people he's trying to get out the way. Nah, she's an asset. Hell, I need to know these names right here, these set of names, because he ain't gonna give her she ain't gonna get all these files and shit. I need these set of names right here. I need to know what you got on these set of names right here. That's basically what Trump said. I need the information on these 100+ people. I need you to go back to your cell. I need you to go ahead and write down all the information you got on each of these individuals that I could use against. So watch, you about to start seeing people name roll out. Watch. We're gonna start seeing motherfuckers' names in the media. They're gonna start rolling these people's name out. Watch.
And it's only going to be the people who's not going along with the new system.
It's all the people.
They throw their own people under. We seen that with the Titanic and all that shit. Like I was telling y'all earlier, they take their own out if they not rolling with the new system. Everybody who wasn't part of the Federal Reserve System, the Federal Reserve Act, every billionaire who wasn't in on it, they got taken out.
And mind you, let me throw this in there. Mind you, this is not Trump making a play. He's the nigga that's just the face of the play that's being played. You know what I'm saying? He's not the nigga that came up with the idea. He's the person that they voted to get. That they voted. I'm talking about they voted, not us. They voted. So I'm talking about the people.
The oligarchs.
Yeah, the oligarchs. They voted to put Trump in there to go after those names on that list, so they can push forward with the system. This is not Trump doing this shit on his own, because he don't run shit. He don't really run nothing.
He damn sure don't.
Only thing he run is his businesses that's tied to him. That's it. He don't run this country. He don't run this shit.
And they giving him incentives.
Right, facts. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
He's an opportunist, and he don't run shit.
He don't run shit.
Simple as that. Trump is an opportunist, and he don't run shit.
First of all, it's people that's in position that's worth way more than him that's making decisions. He's small.
You never hear about their names.
He's small, man. Shit, we could mention names now that's still worth more than him. Shit, Elon alone by himself was worth more than Trump. But Elon he not in the inside. He's not tied to no families or nothing. You know what I mean? He's from South Africa. He's not really tied. Not that we know of.
No, they said that his parents are. No, they say his parents is tied to some shit. That whole South Africa shit. No,
I'm saying is his family tied to some people over here.
Yeah.
Or people in England.
Yeah, they tied. Yeah, it's a global network of them niggas. Why you think Elon was put in a position?
Okay.
To put the motherfucking chip in people's brain.
Yeah, because this shit is an organization. You gotta realize.
Yeah, it's a global organization.
If you know how to,
America.
If you study how the mafia ran, this shit is ran. All them organizations is ran like that. So
yeah, like Kosher Nostra type shit.
Yeah, this shit ran like the
oligarchs and the families make up the oligarchs.
Acts. Like the mob is like a lower level of the global organization.
Global mafia, which is the oligarchs.
Acts. So if you understand how the lower level mafia work, then you'll understand how the oligarchs work. So my mindset is looking at that shit like that. That's why I say he burnt.
It is that.
Yeah, that's why I say he burnt Elon, and that's what happens in the mafia. Niggas get burnt all the time.
Yep, families war against each other.
And the thing is, Trump is kind of untouchable when it comes to, because he's in there on a favor for certain oligarchs that's in that. You know what I mean? So
facts.
Ain't shit Elon could do about that. You just gotta suck it up and be burnt for that couple $100 million. Because they looking at Elon like you ain't even a made man. You was an associate. Elon to them is an associate. He's not a made man. So that's how I'm looking at it. Because Trump wouldn't have did that shit to certain people, bro. He would. Just think about that. Imagine Trump trying to do that shit to George Bush or somebody.
I feel like Elon's a made man because he's one of the biggest earners.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a made man. It's just that Trump is more important right now.
Right, facts.
The work that Trump is doing, they see what Trump is doing is more important than what Elon is doing right now.
Yeah.
Trust me, Elon gonna get his shine later when
Later
it's
on,
time to
right?
put the
When
chip,
it's time to put the chips,
when
right?
it's time to
Yeah,
put the chips in. But they got to get that digital system up and running first.
yeah,
They got to
yeah,
get
yeah.
that blockchain up and running
And
first.
not only that, no, Elon do have some establishments here, like you know what I
Hell
mean, like
yeah.
like the tunnel, like the little tunnel that he
Fucking
got
Tesla
of
company
the
is here.
Tesla shit, and then all the
And SpaceX.
yeah, then autonomous shit that he got going on right now too. So
Yeah, don't forget
he
about
does
SpaceX. That's a big ass
yeah,
government
right.
project.
So he does have some type of infrastructure, a lot of infrastructure here in America. China do too. China has some infrastructure here.
Man, China own
Hey,
most
hey,
of our fucking
and the
farmland,
thing about it is a
along with
lot
Bill Gates.
in America is probably, America is like, I would say America, England, majority probably just America and England is to the highest bidders, bro. If you the person that can buy your way in to certain shit, then it's like the highest bidder. The highest bidder, bro. And right now, they all putting their money on Trump. They putting their bread on Trump right now. It's like they working with whoever the highest bidder is. That's who they running with. And right now, Trump is the high. They running with him right now. He's the face of this new system that they trying to bring into play. You know what I mean? So, I mean, ain't shit nobody really can do about it. He's running with the inevitable right now. It's bound to happen. They need to get them smart cities built. Like their mindset is, listen, we need to get these smart cities built. We need to get Operation Smart LA off the ground, and we need this new financial system to do it. Yeah, because America don't look like, you got to think about all these different countries, bro, that look built the hell up. America don't look shit like Dubai. America don't look shit like Japan. All them high tech looking ass infrastructures they got. America look old as shit. America look like goddamn Roman Empire compared to the shit that they got built. Go look at some of them countries and compare that shit the way America looks compared to how they cities look. They should look all high tech and all that. Our shit look all old.
So California's $20 fast food minimum wage led to 18,000 fewer jobs due to automation. Reduced
Right?
Hours and location closures.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta think about it. When everybody was screaming, they definitely had niggas screaming this because a lot of us don't understand how the financial system works and how people don't realize if all the fast food places raise their base pay, they're not going to be able to afford to stay in business. The reason why these fast food places are able to stay in business is because they pay their employees so damn cheap. So that was a chess move because now the fact that they actually raised it to $20 as minimum wage in California, that led to 18,000 fewer jobs and that they replaced with automation. Automation meaning that's going to be a part of the new smart city. That means you are not going to be able to go and get a meal from a human. So let's say when the COVID shit happened, you remember they said only certain people could go eat at restaurants and all that. But that was due to whatever human allow you into their restaurant. So you might have some humans that own restaurants. Man, fuck that. You could come in here and eat. I don't care what they say. But if those humans are all replaced with automation, whatever the government say is going to go 100% because the automation system just won't accept your digital money. So if they replace all the jobs with automation, they're going to control who eat and who don't. Because not just restaurants are picking up the automate the actual grocery stores and everything, and they're getting rid of the farms to get your food directly from the farmer. They getting rid of that shit. That's why Bill Gates in China owns most of the fucking farmland. So if they own the food supply and we all on this digital system that Trump is helping them build, we screwed, y'all. When they say a certain group of people can't eat, you ain't gonna be able to fucking eat. If this is a cashless society and it's all digital and they're building smart cities, and everything is ran off a kiosk, and you ordering all your shit off the kiosk, they see your money. If you part of the group that they say ain't going to eat, your fucking money won't work. You go to order something from DoorDash or fucking Uber Eats, it won't work. You go to order a Uber, it won't work. You go to Instacart, it won't work. You go to the restaurant to try to get some McDonald's or whatever the fuck you eat, it won't work. You try to go get some groceries at the grocery store, it won't work, and it won't be any employees who's going to show any empathy to let your ass in there because it's all going to be automated. That's why they wanted the motherfucking base minimum wage to be raised, because they know most places that get rid of the employees because they won't be able to afford the employees anymore, especially small businesses. Small businesses can't pay their employees $20 an hour and up. So that'd get rid of all the small businesses, and then the corporations, it just replace those employees with automated artificial intelligence systems.
I'm about to play.
Y'all see it? It's chess.
Hold on.
Chess, not checkers.
Real quick.
Oh, you got the volume ain't working.
Damn, man.
That's why they want Trump in there, because Trump is the perfect person to build these fucking smart cities in America and get this digital system off the ground. And the first step was the Genius Act, getting the cryptocurrency approved by Congress.
Yeah, they needed that because that's what's going to build
the first step to build the smart cities.
Right. That's going to build
put us in a cashless society.
Here you go.
Tesla has officially opened its long-awaited and hyped diner and drive-in in Hollywood, and it combines nostalgia and futurism with Tesla's fast-charging network, so drivers can charge their vehicles while ordering a hamburger, a hot dog, or other classic diner menu items. And it's also loaded with Tesla merchandise, an Optimus robot, and 2 45-foot LED movie screens at a drive-in theater that syncs with speakers inside your Tesla vehicle. Elon Musk posting on X, the company is exploring other locations if the diner turns out well, Joe.
Looks kind of like a Cybertruck on the outside.
It really does.
You see what they doing, bro? You see what they doing? They already starting to build new infrastructure that's independently, but they trying to do it on a government level where all new infrastructure is built by the new tech. I mean, the new technology.
Everything is automated.
Everything automated.
And that was in Demolition Man.
Facts.
If any of y'all watched the movie Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, that society was built around the system that we're telling y'all about. Did you see all them people that was in the sewer who ain't have access to food? Yep. It's because they didn't have the digital, they wasn't able to pay for anything because they didn't have the digital access to any food anywhere. Because everything was on a kiosk system or a fucking QR code, or everything was automated. Everything was artificial intelligence. To get your food, you can't even get your food or nothing or any type of supplies if the system let you in. So if the system is saying this person is not authorized to get this or that, you won't get it. You won't get it. And that's the system that they're trying to switch to. And some people at the top don't agree with that system because they know that people will tear this shit apart and we'll go back post-apocalyptic again.
All right, yeah, this shit right here. All right, so this right here, California, $20 fast food minimum wage led to 18,000 fewer jobs due to automation, reduced hours, and location closures. And news report shows.
Let's say California's $20 fast food minimum wage linked to 18,000 job loss. California's recently implemented $20 minimum wage for fast food workers has sparked major economic and political debate as a new report links the policy to the loss of 18,000 jobs statewide. The wage hike, which took effect in April 2024, was designed to help fast food employees keep up with the state's rising cost of living. However, according to industry-backed sources, the law has had unintended consequences. The job losses are reportedly driven by a combination of factors, including automation, reduced employee hours, and store closures across major chains. Automation on the rise. To offset the higher labor costs, many fast food franchises have accelerated the adoption of self-service kiosks, mobile ordering, and AI-assisted kitchen technology. Listen to that. AI assisted kitchen technology, which means they don't even need cooks to cook the food anymore. It's all artificial intelligent arms that's flipping your burgers and dropping your fries. Fucking artificial intelligence is flipping your burgers and dropping your fries because the corporations can't afford employees anymore because they all got to be paid $20 or more an hour. So that's contributing to the job reductions. So y'all get what's going on? This is chess and not checkers. Once they have whole cities ran like this, they can decide who can eat or not. They gonna be able to decide who can eat or not. And if there's a cashless society and it's all digital currency, which Congress just approved of, they can decide whether you or your family can fucking eat. That's what they're gunning for.
In California, that's where the world's first ever fully autonomous AI-powered restaurant has opened, complete with burger flipping bots. We sent CBS's Joy Benedict on a taste test.
Flippy the chef makes Spud spectacular. This automated grill gives the meat its sizzle as this restaurant goes robotic.
For this burger, it would take about 120 seconds.
Cali Express by Flippy is the world's first AI-powered eatery. There's new technology outside the kitchen, too.
A cheeseburger.
Order kiosks use facial recognition to remember you, your favorite food, and how you like to pay. Then watch the robots work. No humans required.
We can't get enough people to come out to work on fryers and grills, and they're dangerous jobs. And this automation helps solve a lot of those issues.
62% of restaurants report being understaffed. Industry experts say most of those unfilled jobs could be done by robots. And in California, where the minimum wage for most fast food workers will soon be $20 an hour, fewer workers equals cost savings. Dan Ives is with Wedbush Securities, a wealth management firm.
Once the minimum wage went to 20, that's the bell going off. More and more focus on spending on AI. Because look, that's inflationary. That's the problem. You can't necessarily pass all that to the consumer.
Flippy can cook 250 pounds of French fries an hour. The burger bot, 100 patties.
These restaurants are very, very busy at peak times, and every second that gets added to somebody waiting in the drive-thru is a lost revenue opportunity for that restaurant.
Is it costing people their jobs?
That's not what we've seen. It's really here to help people.
Humans at Cali Express will put the finishing touches on orders. For customers, the price of the meals are competitive. As for taste,
is it going to affect the quality and the taste?
I would say yes, in a good way, because now each burger is being cooked precisely the same way every time.
Time will tell whether AI takes over kitchens everywhere. That will be up to the public to chew on.
If they keep raising the minimum wage pay, eventually everything's gonna be replaced.
Oh, they're gonna take over because AI can work 24/7 without getting tired. You know what I'm saying? It's cheap.
And it's cheaper.
You don't have to keep paying artificial intelligence to a salary.
And you know, I used to argue with people in fucking comments all the time about them raising the even though I agree that motherfuckers should be getting paid more, but I was trying to argue with people and tell them that's going to collapse the job market because most jobs can't afford to pay employees $20 and up. Not even a major corporation could afford to do that and stay afloat. But that was their chess game. That was their chess game all along. See, some people got the mind to see the big picture, and those are the people who should be at the forefront talking about this shit. Because a lot of people can't see that far ahead, and they just seeing, well, my bills are going up, and I need to get paid more for working at McDonald's and Wendy's and yeah, but it's going to make shit worse because most places cannot afford to pay that much. The way and it's like that for a reason. And all this inflation that's going on along with that, this was their plan all along. They want to collapse the economy. Their plan is to collapse the economy so they could bring this new automated system in and this artificial intelligence. Then they could completely control who eats or not. You got Bill Gates over here with all the farmland along with China and America, and you got them raising the minimum wage higher so that would reduce the amount of people that's getting hired because nobody can afford to pay that shit, not even the major corporations. But they got artificial intelligence in a tuck waiting to take over these people's jobs. And then now, if another outbreak, so-called COVID incident happened, remember they were saying people who ain't jabbed can't eat. You get the jab, you can't eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the jab. If you don't get the jab or you don't wear a mask, you can't come in here and you can't eat. Now, some humans who own businesses and restaurants had empathy and let those people in anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if they're all replaced by artificial intelligence and automated systems, the government is really going to have control over who the fuck eat and who don't. And they can make up some any type of old bullshit of the reason why certain people can't have access to food. You see, when they walked up to the kiosk system, it's facial recognition on there. That should have people worried. Oh, so it can remember what food you like. Yeah, right. That shit ain't so they can remember what food you like. Is to remember if they told your ass you can't eat there or not because you didn't get the jab, or you ain't wear a mask, or you ain't do whatever else the government told you to do. That's where we headed. That's the new smart cities that they want to build. That's all that's going to be there.
Yeah, watch.
That's complete domination over
watch
society.
Demolition Man. Shit.
Yeah, the motherfuckers who ain't want to comply, they had to live in the sewer.
Eat rat burgers and shit like
they
that.
They had to eat rat burger facts.
Remember Taco Bell took over the main, it was the main
restaurant was Taco Bell, yup. And they wasn't allowed to eat meat anymore.
And what was the
what that sound like?
That
they wasn't
like
allowed to
what
eat
was the
meat.
What was the first fast food restaurant that accepted crypto?
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Like, nigga, people be thinking of movies just entertainment and shit. Nah, when you understand how they want to implant our basically imprint our subconscious with that, yeah, you would do it through entertainment.
Right. But let me expand on that. Look how in Demolition Man they wasn't allowed to eat meat. Everything was plant-based. Which that's why they pushing towards this all this damn plant-based shit. Because they could control the production of that even better than just naturally growing it, because most of that plant-based shit is made in a laboratory and not grown on farmland.
Yeah.
And who the fuck got a laboratory to make them Impossible burgers and shit like that? You'll be better off just growing some shit in your own garden and making your plant-based stuff. But nah, they already took over the plant-based industry because they got factories and shit that create all of that, and it's made out of the cells of different things. It's not even made out of actual plants. It's some chemical based shit that we eat, that they got us eating and calling it plant-based and healthier. So that means they have complete domination over our food supply. 100%. Do we really want these wicked individuals to have 100% over our food supply? Domination over our food supply and our farmland? That's wild.
Hell no.
Hell no. And they going to decide who eats and who don't. And they be able to. They gunning for that cashless society, y'all. They gunning for that cashless society. Once we go cashless, and then we already pushing cashless. How many people you see using cash compared to people who's using a fucking Apple Pay or they Google Pay or any of that, or they credit cards? People barely carry cash anymore.
Facts.
So we already about 80% there to a cashless society, and Congress just signed in the Genius Act, which actually make digital currency money. So you're going to have the currency wars now. You're going to have cash going against digital currencies, and digital currencies is going to win. Digital currencies is going to win because it's winning now.
Yeah.
It's winning already.
That's what we witness now. The market cap I think the market cap now is like 3.2 trillion or some shit like that.
Right.
3.2 trillion. And it's growing, constantly growing every day. So, and that's just the bank. The bank, more banks is adopting it. More countries is adopting the new system.
Right.
Because it's easier, it's faster, it's cheaper. You know what I mean? You can get transactions done faster and cheaper. So,
and there's nothing wrong with the system itself. It's the wicked individuals that running the system.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the system at all. There's nothing wrong with that system. We all want fast transactions.
Facts.
5 to 7 business days to get my bread, bro. Like I don't want to wait. Nah, I put the transaction. I need my shit right away. I don't want to wait 5 to 10 business days. I need my joint in real time. Facts. And that I feel like most of the people will adopt that. Most of the people in the world is going to adopt that system because people don't want to wait to get their money. People working jobs and shit. They don't want to wait to get paid. Oh, I gotta work for you for 2 weeks before I get paid. I don't know what the hell can happen in that 2 weeks. I need my shit day to day, out by the hour, by the second. And I'm there. That money need to be going in my account. Like, even if they just pay me at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go to work today, money will be in my account by the time I get off, you know what I mean, by the time I clock out. People, why would I wait 2 weeks? You see what I'm saying? You don't know what the hell can happen in that time frame. Nah, it's pay as you go. Pay as you go. And the whole world's going to adopt
individuals having 100% domination over that system.
They got it now, though. They got it now. They got control over the system the one we in now. They got control over.
Yeah, but this is a different.
The IRS. Yeah, because it's
now you can still hide. You can still hide money. You can still hide cash under your bed,
under your mattress, right?
Yeah, you can't do that shit to cash the society, bro. You're fucking done. You're done. And everything's automated. Everything's automated. Yeah, they could shut your shit down. One click of a button, they get you off of everything. Bro, this is different. This is different league.
But they already that's crazy because they already trained us to accept that because we go against any guidelines on YouTube. They just they demonetize. Right. They demonetize, or Facebook, they demonetize your platform and you can't get paid. Or are you involved in something where you're using your Cash App, or you violate some type of term of services, you ain't allowed to use the Cash App no more, your PayPal no more. So we already in that system now. It's just being transferred over to where we can't even hide money in our mattress no more.
Nope.
We can't hide money offshore no more. And that's another thing. A lot of people got money hidden offshore, and that's going to expose. Yeah, I mean, they ain't gonna be able to hide money offshore no more.
Nope.
Ain't no more sending money offshore. Nope.
And that's the problem that the people have at the top. That's why there's a war at the top, and these Epstein shit is getting out because some people at the top don't agree with this new digital system. They want
they got a lot of money
and the shit they gotta keep hiding their money. Facts.
Yeah, they got a lot of money offshore right now in them foreign banks right now. Shit. Cayman Islands and shit like that. They got money in there. They got gold bars. They got gold and silver bars up in them Jones, man.
Yeah, this is bigger than just Epstein and shit, y'all. This is bigger than
this shit is way
this
bigger
is bigger than Ghislaine Maxwell and motherfucking Epstein.
I knew they. Right, we knew they was gonna roll this Ghislaine out, boy. They like, oh yeah. Y'all, certain people in the want the system to go through. Okay.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Ghislaine, we need you. They put that, bro. They said, bro, I'm guaranteed they told Ghislaine, listen, you going land. You going to land. Look, we need you to take the fall right now, but you're going to land. Because they already knew they was setting this system up. So why wouldn't they all have this shit in the play already? You got to think these people plan 20, 30 years ahead. Sometimes 50, 60, 100 years ahead. They be already having this shit already in motion. So you got to think about that. Why wouldn't they come to Ghislaine? Listen, you know, they probably made the same proposition to Epstein. He probably was like, nah. They like, well, you got to go then. You ain't trying to play ball. You got to go, Epstein.
Well, we got
Ghislaine went in there and said, I don't plan to play ball. Yeah,
we got proof that this is 100-year
think about all
the
Metropolis. Yeah, Metropolis. Yeah, Metropolis.
Think about the movie Metropolis.
That movie
with the smart cities, and that came out what, 1920?
Right. 1920, 1928, I think, or 29.
That came out in 1928.
1928.
And that movie, that old ass movie, a silent film with smart cities in there. That was one of the first films ever. One of the first films ever feature artificial intelligence, humanoid robots, and smart cities. That, mind you, this is one of the first films ever in history featured smart cities, humanoid robots, and artificial intelligence.
Yeah, the plan was 100 years.
Yeah.
100-something years, bro. Look how long it took them to actually implement that into, into play. I mean, some countries a little faster than America. That's crazy how other countries is further along than America is, and America has the technology, came up with the technology. So how is other countries ahead of ours? Because that's how they rolled it out to be. But it's all good. It's all good.
That
We
old
know
ass
the
movie
play though.
had the plan, bro.
Yeah, we know the play. And then you
That
think
old ass
about all the
movie had
other
the
movies
plan.
that came out after that. Because 1984 was actually a black and white film at first. Remember before they remade it in
Yep, right,
1984? Before they remade it, the
right.
new
And it was written in
1984.
1948.
It was not
It was written in
exactly. You see that?
1948. It was saying by
48.
1984 we would be under that system.
Right. Yeah, this shit. So like you said, Ghislaine asked, well, she gonna go up in that cell. She gonna write down. She gonna like, all right, well, this person was into this person, and she definitely gonna testify. She gonna testify in front of Congress with all those names that they trying to take. Watch, you gonna start seeing people. You even gonna start seeing people commit suicide, get taken out, or go to jail.
It's already been happening.
It's already been happening, right? Fact.
It's already been happening. Even billionaires been jumping out of windows, mysteriously jumping out of windows, cars driving over the cliffs, and helicopters driving out of this, being dropped out of the sky.
Right.
It's already. And then remember the guy, the insurance guy that just got knocked off.
Oh, you talking about the one Mangione knocked off?
Yeah,
Or the
exactly.
health insurance guy. Yeah.
Bro, you gotta understand. A lot of that shit be tied in. A lot of those people be tied into this shit, bro.
Yeah, they do be tied into it.
They be tied into this.
These are people that's in the way of certain decisions that in certain agendas that need to go through. So when you start seeing people get knocked off, most likely those are people that's in the way.
Even certain world leaders are being taken out.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you right now that that what you're saying is already at play.
Yeah, because they damn sure took Gaddafi out because he put the whole Libya on the gold
They
standard.
took a couple of African presidents out too.
Right. That's true.
But you gotta understand, yeah, they took well, Gaddafi was an African president, but they took some other ones out too.
Right. You said what can you imagine what he knows? Well, who knows?
Yeah, this shit is it's getting crucial out here, y'all. And it's all about building this new infrastructure, this global automated artificial intelligence infrastructure. That's what all this is about. That's what all this is about, y'all.
So like
that's
you
the
said,
only reason why we're hearing about Epstein name.
So being as though that they're they putting the world on automated, then that will implement the universal base income. It will have to be.
Facts.
If you have
That's
all these
their
people
plan.
if you have all these people out of work, then you have to get them. You have to set up a credit system for them.
Exactly.
And get them incentives every month. Like, all right, this is your allowance every month. They basically gonna put the whole world on welfare.
Global communism.
Yeah, they gonna put the whole goddamn world on welfare, bro.
Communism and have artificial intelligence running everything, and rather you a good citizen or not, if you have access to anything, is based on how good of a citizen you are, how well you listen to the government.
Crazy.
Yep.
This shit, because you gotta think, if you think about being as though that they putting the world on automated system, and this is globally too.
Global.
So you think about all these. What you going to do with all these misplaced people?
A lot of people are going to die off.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to die off. Exactly, and then they'll create more diseases and shit like that too.
Right.
More laboratory Wuhan type shit.
Yep. And
Take
also
people out,
the
right.
medical establishment is killing off people.
Yeah.
That's another thing. That's another whole live stream right there that the YouTube will probably ban us for it.
Yeah, they'll ban us for that shit. Yeah, we ain't gonna even get into that. Yo, we can go on Rumble with that.
Fact.
Y'all want us to go deeper into that shit, but y'all just have to subscribe to our Rumble. I mean, we talked about a lot of this shit before on our Rumble. So y'all should subscribe to the Rumble though. 9 Day Network LLC on Rumble. Cause I mean, the shit that we really want to, that we can't really get into on YouTube, they get us up out of here quick. We start mentioning
Hell
some
yeah, they
shit.
will.
Cause they gonna shadow ban this video. They gonna shadow ban this one for the
Man,
simple
our
fact that
whole channel's already shadow banned.
right, you start mentioning certain shit.
They don't like the stuff that we talk about on here. We talk about the shit that most people is avoiding.
Right. Right. It's crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Man, make sure y'all like and share this video, man. Y'all, you see, this is another one of those videos with jam-packed information in there. Real
Yeah,
information.
just look up universal basic income. Shit, the media been talking about it. These people just don't pay attention to that shit. I mean, if you want to know where
Elon was even
Elon talks about it. Yeah, Elon talked about it. Yeah, just look up. Yeah, if you don't believe anything we saying, just look it up. Just type it in Google and look it up. Or shit, right here on YouTube that you want. You'll see all the shit, the articles and shit pop up.
I mean, they're not even hiding
they're not hiding the plan. It's nothing hit. The shit we talk about is not
no fucking conspiracy theories because they actually coming out public with this.
Yeah, it's not a hidden thing where it's a secret. It's not a secret where the world
damn
is
sure
going.
ain't.
Yeah, it ain't no secret. Fuck.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, they out in the open with it 100% now.
Nah, we didn't go live and Rumble at the same time. Nah,
we told y'all niggas years ago they was trying to put chips in our brains, and what do Elon Musk come up with? Something called the Neuralink, a chip that goes into your brain. But that was the conspiracy theory 20, 30 years ago. Oh, they ain't got no chips to put in nobody's brain. Oh, the government ain't put no chips in nobody's brain. But now you got Elon Musk with the Neuralink, and we think that Neuralink is new. We think those chips that go into the brain are new.
Hell no.
People thought the Terminator was just science fiction, but they got robots that can actually do the same shit that the Terminator did.
Yeah,
DARPA.
DARPA.
Look at DARPA.
Yeah,
what the fuck? The information is out there.
Yeah, DARPA. Yeah, them robots that they didn't
facts
militarize robots and shit that DARPA built. Then you got Boston Dynamics that do more of the domestic robotics and shit.
Exactly.
Like the walking surveillance dogs and you know what I mean, and shit like that. Autonomous robots that walk around and scan your body and shit like that.
How could people even talk about conspiracy theories?
Yeah, because really what they doing is linking that all to, because they'd be able to, a robot be able to scan you and then all your records and shit pull up. I mean, so
they can link that to blockchain.
And it's already, because they already experimented with that shit in New York when they had the one walking around in the subway and shit. Yeah, they just scan you and shit. Because if all your information is attached to the blockchain, the artificial intelligence processors are fast enough to actually deliver that information right there. So, I mean, you think about when you get pulled over by the police and they run your license plates and shit through.
Right.
Police ain't even gonna have to pull you over no more. You violate traffic, they just send that shit to your house. But now they ain't even, it's going past just sending a ticket to your house. Now it's just gonna take the money out right away. As soon as you violate, the money comes out your account right away. That's how fast they're setting this, the computer can process these shit faster. Yeah, if you think we joking, man, y'all see what's going on? The world is speeding up. You know what I mean? The world is speeding up. They putting the whole world on autonomous and shit.
And you still got people walking around saying that it's a conspiracy theory. That's insane.
Hey, man, I mean, only, most people don't have the foresight to see what the hell going on.
That's insane,
you know
bro.
When you start.
The shit right in front of our faces, they telling us and they showing us the technology and they saying it's still a conspiracy theory. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Elon said by 2030, He said by 2030, he said we expect us to have an artificial intelligence president, and I can see that. Of course, it's still gonna be ran by humans, but I can see some shit like that happening.
These clown crazy said, "What if you don't have the money in your account at the time of the violation? What you think? You gonna be on lockdown?" If it's smart, if we 100% in the smart cities, you gotta understand they're gonna have control over your whole house, even your front door. Your ass won't even be able to leave your front door. Let's say they needed another COVID lockdown, and you're not allowed to go out of your house. Any of y'all seen Yeah, it's actually a movie called an older movie called like Smart House or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Then you got the other series called Eureka, and they show you how these smart. And then you got shit like iRobot, like the movie iRobot. They showing you the technology and what they gonna be able to do with it. These smart cities, they gonna have control over your whole house, your front door, your goddamn lights.
The future generations, see, we'll be long and gone before this should actually be fully implemented. A lot of it's gonna be dead and gone. So they plan ahead for the future generations. That's what we were explaining yesterday on the live stream, that when they plan this is for future generations, because they know certain people of a certain population is not going to accept it because we're from a different generation.
Right.
I mean, so we're not going to accept certain things. So, you know, as we die off, then they'll be able to implement more shit because the future generation is going to accept it. Like we already just went over yesterday that, you know, 14% of the Gen Zs will favor cameras being in their home. 75% don't, and that's just the people that's left over like us, people that's before the internet. That, you know what I mean, people like us and baby boomers and shit. Once all of them die off, the Generation Z and Generation X are more they'll favor more of this technology shit that's going on. You know what I mean, that they're trying to implement. But right now, they can't fully pull it off because they're still meeting resistance from the baby boomers. Maybe a few people still left over before the baby boomers, and the baby boomers, and then the millennials, which is us. We're not accepting certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But further along, you know what I mean?
Yep, universal basic income. Yep, social credit will be the digital money based on societal behavior and work ethics. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's basically what they're headed for. And a cashless society where there's universal basic income.
Black Mirror. What episode of that was Black Mirror where they had to show the credit thing based off of your behavior? I think it was episode 2 in Black Mirror.
I
It was
forgot the
episode 2.
exact name of that episode.
It was the
Yeah,
chick.
but it's definitely on
chick.
there.
Yeah, it's the chick. So you watch the Black Mirror. Most of y'all probably watch Black Mirror on Netflix. But I think it was the episode.
Those are blueprints.
Where the chick went to the airport.
Blueprint.
Remember, she tried to get a flight,
right?
And they told her she didn't have enough credits to get a flight.
Right.
That's the crazy, bro.
We already headed there.
In China,
People
the thing about it is
their social media accounts.
Right. Some aspects of China and Japan already adopted this type system already.
Facts.
America is just like last. America used to be first at everything. Like it's like we last at every goddamn thing now.
Well, that's good that we last in this
Right,
shit. We don't
right.
want to be. We don't want to be on this system, bro.
But though, this is the last country that citizens allowed to bear arms too. Just think about it. This is the only country where the citizens are still allowed to carry their guns. In the other countries ban their citizens from carrying firearms.
Even though they still got them.
Yeah, of course they still got them.
Even though they still got them.
We still got open carry states and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, but yeah, man. This video is sponsored by 98herbals.com. 98herbals.com. Make sure y'all hit over our website. Check out our website too. I mean, we sell high quality herbal products as well. So check us out. Whether you want to detox, we got stuff for hair and skin as well. You know what I'm saying? High quality CBD, CBD smokes, CBD cigars, CBD pre-rolls, vapes.
All grown without synthetic chemicals.
Pain bombs, stuff like that. We pull up the site real quick. Of course, we got them Delta 8 gummies on here as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, the CBD cigarettes, lavender, mint. Yeah, got the Blue Lotus blend as well, CBG. And come out, check out our website, man. We ship out fast as well. So this video is sponsored by 90 Day Herbals. We don't have sponsors and all that shit. Because the way we talk, ain't nobody gonna sponsor us the way we talk. Ain't no corporation, none of that shit gonna sponsor the shit we talking about. We talking about them. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no, they ain't gonna sponsor this
Sponsor our own shit. Make our own products. You know what I'm saying? 90 Day Hemp. Get this pain bomb. If you're a person that always in pain, definitely get this. You know what I'm saying? Some back pain, knee pains, and all that. Definitely get the 90 Day Hemp Relief Balm. And we do got the 4 ounce back on there too. We got the 4 ounce and the 8 ounce. Yep. Yeah, check out our website. We got the sea moss on here as well. Sea moss teas and fruit infused sea moss organic. Everything organic. Everything is organic. We don't deal with no synthetics, no sprays, no none of that. Everything's organic. You know what I'm saying? The soaps,
Definitely
the lotion,
appreciate all of y'all
everything is herbal.
shopping with us.
Facts. Yeah, man. Yep, 90herbals.com. Take advantage of the sale too. All right, shout out to Terry Austin, the super sticker. Yep, shout out to Terry Austin for the super sticker. Appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate y'all.
Yep. Yeah, man, we're gonna keep y'all informed, man. That's what this channel gonna continue to do. Keep y'all informed. I mean, we suggest you do your own research, man. Like, don't take what we say, but and research it. Like, don't.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we come in here, we do shit based off our own. We try to pull up as much as we can, but you know, we don't have enough time to be going over, you know, everything. So a lot of the shit that we do, we just give you the premise of it, and then you could just do your further research on your own. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? So the information is at your fingertips. Niggas carry around Google in their pocket all day. Look up some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Look it up.
That's because you don't have the information.
Okay.
Huh? Just public. All you got to do is go look it up. Huh? Okay. I didn't come here to find out what you think.
No, I'm just asking.
No, you didn't. You say you thought. I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Huh? Huh?
Okay.
So well, I don't want to hear what you thought. I saw the check, nigga. Huh? So I got to sit in what you thought. Who cares? Huh? That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And on that note, we're going to get up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Shop now at nightandayherbals.com and enjoy 35% off all our herbal CBD products. Automatically applied at checkout.